I'm really worried about what's going to come of this town.
It sounds like Hellafeast isn't what it used to be these days.
We need to ask around and find out more about what's going on here.
Agreed. Especially regarding the Abbey and those ruins. I'm also curious about this Medusa woman.
The ruins part makes sense, since the Earth Pulse point might be there. But why do you care who Medusa is?
Just a hunch. Something tells me she's worth looking into.
You're not gonna look into this Calamity chick? She sounds like a real terror.
Yeah, I think I'll pass. I already know plenty about what makes her tick.
Are you all right, Madam Eleanor? Don't let those people get you down.
I'm fine. Thank you for your concern. But could you not do that thing where you blow air on me to dry my tears?
All right, I'll just pat your head then.
That won't be necessary either. But really, things are in a terrible state.
The town burned, the guild ruined, the Abbey all but gone. It won't be a functioning port for some time.
You can't fault them for being upset. They had it real good here until we came along. Those Hellavesians were like spoiled children.
How so?
Eloise was once a tiny fishing village. The bountiful northern seas provided plenty enough fish to sustain their trade. But Flamestone gave them an easy way to get rich. And once they got a taste, they abandoned their old craft.
And now they're paying the price. But I've heard that the cooling temperature has covered half the northern sea in ice drift, making fishing much more difficult.
But the drifting ice carries tiny organisms, enriching the waters where it melts. The fish should be more plentiful than ever.
I suppose you may have a point.
We're ones to talk after what we did, but taking the easy path, then complaining as soon as it gets hard, that seems...
Spoiled, yes.
You said it, Laphicet.
I think my appetite's getting a little overindulgent, too.
That's not a bad thing. Just means you're healthy.
Giant squid come to these waters in this season. Should I ask Benwick to fish some up?
Yeah, and some normal octopuses, too. This calamity is... us, isn't it?
Well, we've been waging war with the Abbey everywhere we go, and now we're about to take it to a new level.
If we pull the next Therian off of the Earth Pulse point, it'll likely be Kamoana's village all over again.
The same devastation? Ooh. I wonder if there's something worse than calamity that they can call us. This is no laughing matter.
People turn into demons in part due to their own malevolence. It's not like they're entirely innocent. But if there's someone out there who's being forced to act as Inominat's mouth, like Kamoana was, isn't saving them the right thing to do?
I cannot argue with that, but...
You don't have to worry. I'm the one who will devour the barrier. And I'm the one who will do what needs to be done. Hey, do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sorry, I'm busy. Try someone else.
Excuse me. My name is Eleanor, and I'm an exorcist on patrol with the Abbey. I was wondering if I could solicit your honest opinion about how this town is being run.
Oh, I didn't realize there was an exorcist with you. Yes, please tell the Abbey we want Lady Teresa back. Her governance was strict, it's true, but at least we could live in safety. Now, all the exorcists run off to the Faldi's ruins and leave us here in the lurch. They value some dusty, faraway ruins over the lives of the good, hardworking citizens here. It's just wrong. We've always been cooperative with the Abbey's demands, and now this is what we get in return.
I see. The Abbey appreciates your, candor. I'll pass your comments on to my superiors.
Poor Medusa.
Are you a friend of hers?
Yeah, she used to live just down the road from me. Medusa raised her daughter Diana all on her own. And then they up and murdered the girl.
Murdered? By whom?
The exorcists. Once Diana caught the demon blight, the damned abbey exterminated her like a rat.
How cruel.
I felt just terrible, but I suppose there wasn't much else to be done with her. But Medissa, she hated the abbey for what they'd done, so she barricaded herself inside the sanctuary. She just kept on screaming, all like, demons have feelings too.
What happened after that?
I wouldn't have been surprised to see her executed, but luckily, she was spared that much. An exorcist stopped the guard who was about to cut her down, said, "Don't kill her, she's receptive."
Receptive, huh?
I think that's their way of referring to her deep faith. Before all this, she was a real devout lady.
That was certainly kind of them.
Medissa really cherished her daughter. Can't much blame her for blowing up like that. But the Abbey, they don't care so much about feelings. Reason is all that matters to them. They don't take kindly to people disrupting their order.
If you go north from Helives, you'll come upon the Faldes ruins, which are Abbey property. Mainly, it's used as a checkpoint for hauling ore that's extracted out of Mount Killerhouse. But between you and me, I hear the Abbey also uses it as a prison camp.
A prison camp? Are they capturing demons?
Heavens no! The demons they kill on sight. No, these prisoners are human criminals. Not long ago, this woman killed someone and locked herself up in the sanctuary. I hear she got hauled off to the camp.
Why do you think the Abbey would use the ruins for a prison camp?
Who knows? Maybe they need a place to deal out their harshest punishments. The Abbey's not known to be forgiving after all. But these are just nasty rumors I heard. Of course, I don't believe a word of it.
I can't believe the demon blight has spread into the city now.
Scary times.
Well, the one who caught it was a little girl, so they were able to deal with her before anything bad happened. But the problem was that the demon girl's mother tried to hide her.
That's only human nature.
These are dangerous times. We dare not let our emotions control us. One person's selfishness could endanger the entire community.
Oh, right.
Thankfully, an upstanding citizen noticed something suspicious and reported the child to the Abbey. But the mother went mad and killed him in retribution. And what makes it all the more lurid is, I heard the man she killed was a fellow she was actually thinking about marrying. The daughter had been dead set against her mother remarrying. You can taste the irony.
That's horrible.
She had it coming. If there's anything worse than demons, it's people who can't control themselves.
So, Diana was a girl-turned-demon who was killed by an exorcist. And her mother Medissa hated the Abbey for it. And the Abbey is using the Faldes ruins up north as a prison camp.
It's a lot like what happened to Kamawana, isn't it?
It's natural for a mother to love her own child. To make that a crime.
What I'm curious about is the use of the word receptive to describe Medissa.
So long as there is one receptive to divine power, Therians shall be forever reborn. If our interpretation of that ancient book is right, it likely means she's receptive to Innominat's power.
Meaning they brought Medissa to those ruins where there's an Earth Pulse point, and then they made her into a Therian.
That would certainly put all the pieces together, yep. Plus, if this Therian the Abbey created already hates them, that's all the better for us.
Yeah, I imagine she'd be willing to work with us. Although, it sounds almost too easy. Did I jinx it? I just jinxed it, didn't I?
Probably, but we won't find out until we try.
True. Let's head for the ruins.
And don't worry, you totally jinxed it.
The Faldes ruins are north of Helives.
The Earth Pulse point is to the north, too. Probably in the very same place.
Helives is different now, isn't it?
Maybe, but you've changed too.
True. When I first met all of you, I never could have imagined I would go on such a journey.
I could barely even think then. But then Velvet let me keep this compass. And Aizen and Rokuro taught me to be myself.
They certainly did.
And look at Dial. He's a regular part of the Von Altia's crew now.
Even Restless Bienfu and Grimoire are now part of our merry band.
Yep.
Hey, aren't you forgetting someone?
Oh, and the prince and his hawk, and Kuragane and Kamawana are with us.
Listen, I've got more part in this tale than any of them.
Hush. Whatever I'd say, you'd say it doesn't matter to you.
At last you begin to understand me. Magic Hazam.
Not worth my time. Who wants some next?
I did good. Achoo! Ugh. I didn't think Northgand would be this cold.
But Northgand was Teresa's territory. Wouldn't you have been here with her?
I think having my awareness controlled meant my senses were dulled as well.
I see. But the cold doesn't seem to be bothering Aizen at all. In fact, everyone else seems comfortable here.
If you shiver at these temperatures, you'll never make it on the high seas.
In my youth, I practiced the blade under the blazing sun and through raging blizzards. Besides, when I turned into a demon, extreme temperatures ceased to affect me.
The same thing happened to me. I used to hate winter. So that's some good luck.
But what of yourself? You seem to be handling it just fine.
I'm freezing, actually. I don't know how you stand it.
I loathe the cold more than anything. That's why I've armed myself with a secret weapon. I've stuck thin, yet powerful, Cuckoo brand hand warmers all over myself! I even packed them in my shoes!
Really? That sounds amazing!
I'm willing to share, if you act like a dove.
What?
Go cuckoo, like a dove.
Please share your cuckoo warmers with me. Cuckoo.
You're no velvet, that's for sure.
Look, no guards. I think it's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'd say good. We can march straight in.
You'll be rust on my blade!
I need to be careful not to miss you.
There sure are a lot of Malakim posted here.
They're probably here to protect the Therian, right?
One would assume.
The exorcist controlling them can't be far then. Be careful.
I can fight too!
Resume. Reporting for duty.
Oh, can't a witch...
Guess it's time to play! Go for it! You won't get any pity or compassion from me.
Don't get careless! Blast away the shadows of
This fight is over! Always be on guard! Go, Flo!
Yes, I...
These ruins. This feels like a sad place.
Sad? In what way?
Sorrow permeates this place. As if left behind by people who suffered torment and death. I guess that's a weird impression to get by just looking at some ruins, huh?
I'd trust my feelings if I were you. They'll often lead you to the truth of things. Besides, what you're feeling would explain a thing or two about these ruins.
It would?
Rather than attempting to impress visitors with beauty and opulence, the building and its passageways were built with strength and stability in mind. And that means...
They were anticipating volcanic earthquakes. And they expected that someone might turn violent in these passageways.
Not a bad observation. And what would bring such savage people to these halls? Surely they weren't just passing through.
Then this passage must have led to somewhere. Some room or structure deeper within. A prison for the worst criminals. Or maybe a battle arena.
And that's what gave you a sense of sadness.
If it was an arena, then treasure for the victors might be hidden away somewhere.
Why would it be hidden?
Well, those fighter types might not have been all that nice. And the people who built this place seem to have been the cautious type.
Hidden treasure, huh? Where do you think,
Save your speculation for another day, you two. We have a Therian to find.
Right.
So...
Eisen!
We'll talk about this later, Lafayette.
All right.
Guess it's time to fight!
That was tougher than I would...
We will need to be extremely wary. Or is it just me? It doesn't seem. I was getting wings. Light me up. Light me up. Light me up. Walk them over. Blast away the shadows of darkness. See ya. Don't get careless! Hey, is everyone all right? Everyone ready to play?
I can't die here.
I enter the fray. Hey, no escape! Deception! One, two! Hold up!
Now, rise! Arise! Ascending! Angels! You really do have a peculiar air. I challenge you! Let's go! Please be on guard! It looks like no one is injured.
How's Medissa been acting?
She's calm. It looks like letting her in on the truth worked as well as we thought it might.
Good. Maybe she'll be easier to control now.
Halt! Who are you?
refuse to fall here!
I'll show you the beauty of my spearwork! The path to victory is... left!
So, Medusa really is here.
But what's this about the truth and controlling her?
Let's do our best!
There are none who can resist my speed. This Nordal. It looks a lot like Grimoire and Bienfu, but there's something different.
I agree. Those two are positively glue.
Like I said,
Yeah. You think so? I think it's more lethargic or absent-minded. Like it can't tell what's going on in its head. Either way, I'm 1,000 times cuter than that thing.
What's cute about you? People who keep their faces covered are creepy.
I don't know. There's definitely something off about it. It's charming, but a little ominous. Like I can never entirely be at ease around it, if that makes sense.
You think so? Actually, I think it's cute. It reminds me of a little baby.
You think this looks like a baby?
I remember when my sister was about as small as that doll. She had the tiniest little hands, and she tried to grip my pinky as best she could.
Really?
I'd take my pinky with her fingers wrapped around it and poke her cheek, and she'd just be all smiles. I swore to myself I'd always do whatever I could to protect her. Once she got a little older and started fixing meals, lots of weird things began to happen around us. Wherever we went, she was in danger. Demons attacked us. A dragon tried to kidnap her. That's when I first realized what it was that I carried. That the cause of all my sister's pain was my blessing, my Reaper's curse.
So, you left her behind and went on your search for a way to break the curse.
Right. And that's when I met Eifried. It was from him that I first heard about the Nordals. He thought the stories about them were all just baseless rumors.
I guess we'll never know for sure unless we gather them all. But
What is it?
I think something good will happen once they're all together.
Why do you say that?
Well, because we found this doll, you shared some of your past with us. That makes me kinda happy. So I think we should get the other three, so more happy stuff happens.
Hard to argue with you there.
I challenge you!
ready to play?
You better be ready.
It appears that we're finished. I won't run away! Well, that about...
A barrier! She's a Therian!
Third time's the charm, eh, kid?
Yeah.
You're Medissa?
I am. And who might you be?
We're like you. We carry grudges against the Abbey. And Shepherd Artorias.
It's gonna be okay. We came to get you out of here, Medissa.
There's no escape.
What? Please, don't give up. I can—
No, you don't understand. There's no escape for you. If you dare sully Shepherd Artorias' ideals and the light the Abbey shines upon the world, I will kill you all!
Here! Why are you doing this?
She's the Abbey's lackey now.
Way to jinx it, Rokuro.
They just keep coming.
That snake woman keeps summoning them. If we don't go after her directly, there'll be no end to it.
Your left hand. Don't tell me you're the calamity.
Why are you doing this, Medusa? Why fight for the Abbey after they forced you to become a Therian?
They didn't. I became one of my own free will.
But your daughter, slain at an exorcist's hands! You must hate the Abbey for that, don't you?
Oh, I feel hate. Toward a world where demons spawn from the people's malevolence.
You know about malevolence?
The exorcist told me the truth. Diana turned into a demon because of the malevolence she radiated. I knew what I had to do. Become a Therian, and devour malevolence so that such a tragedy would never repeat itself. It matters not what dreadful form my body may take. I will revive Enominat and change this wretched world!
If that's how it is, fine. We'll take you by force.
Blossom Auburn! Going to end this! Her death will... Here it comes! Spiral! Watch your step! Darkness!
I'm in your debt! Shameful.
Better watch your steps! Eleanor! Quick! Right here!
I'm in your debt! Hey, that was it! Hey, that was it! What? I'm in your debt! Hey, Hurricane! Armor Crusher! Double hit! Shameful defeat! I'm in your debt! Hey, that was it!
I can heal the wounds, but
I'm in your debt!
It's over.
Curse you, Lord of Calamity.
Lord of Calamity?
That's the name of the Demon Lord who will bring about the Age of Chaos. The unrepentant embodiment of malevolence, whose blind pursuit of self-gratification will rain destruction upon the world. The irredeemable, uncontrollable personification of human sins. An evil like you!
Demon, Therian, Lord of Calamity. Call me whatever you like. But if I'm the supposed Lord of Demons, then you're just a minion to be used as I please. Nothing more.
No, I refuse. What happened to my Diana was my fault. That's why I will fight you until my dying breath!
Stop!
Don't get in my way!
No! Enough mothers have died. I won't let you join them! Eleanor and Kamawana, they both lost their mothers too. It's a terrible thing.
Kamawana?
A little girl that the Abbey forcefully made into a Therian. Her mother tried to save her, but she failed. All she could do was to offer her own life to fill her child's empty stomach.
Kamawana's been crying ever since.
She misses her mother. If you die here, I can only imagine how sad that would make your Diana.
Diana!
You don't need me anymore, Mom. I get it. You love this new dad more than your own daughter!
No! Honey, I did it for you. But you really thought I stopped loving you. And the malevolence made you into a demon. It's all my fault. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, Diana.
Medissa.
She'll be all right. She's just unconscious.
Let's grab her and haul her back.
I'll place her under a binding art, just in case.
Gotta hand it to the Abbey. Very resourceful, taking advantage of Medissa's regrets like that. Making her into a Therian who would do their bidding.
It's just so cruel.
Who cares? Reason above all, no.
It's true. The way I feel goes against all reason. There's no telling what'll happen to Helives once we take Medissa out of here. And yet I'm doing exactly that, all on account of my own hang-ups. Even crushing Medissa's honest resolve.
According to reason, malevolence is the fault of the individual. You assume no responsibility or guilt for what happens to them.
I refuse to turn a blind eye to the consequences of my actions. I chose this path to seek the truth, not to deny it. If I'm to betray reason, then that is the very least I should do.
You're too much, you know that? You and Medissa both. Quit overthinking things. Just blame all the suffering on the Lord of Calamity. Makes life easier.
Velvet,
I'm not trying to cheer you up. I'm just saying it doesn't bother me. Whatever's coming, I can handle it.
Hey, Eleanor. I was wondering, do you think I hurt Medissa, saying that stuff to her back there? I suppose you might have. But I was thinking the exact same things you were. Losing a mother. It's always a tragedy. I'm glad you stepped in and stopped her. Thanks.
That Eleanor. I swear, she feels way more responsibility for everything than she needs to. You think we need to worry? What if she pushes too far and erupts with malevolence?
Malevolence is born out of many things. A prideful ego, the self-righteousness that turns a blind eye to one's inner contradictions. Eleanor's different. She's mindful of her ego and strives to confront her inconsistencies of character.
She has a purity of heart that won't be tainted by the emotions that create malevolence. No other quality is as essential for an exorcist.
So she's probably okay?
For now, at least. But human hearts can be fickle things. Who knows what the future holds?
I doubt you got anything to worry about. For most exorcists, purity is a construct of the Abbey's teachings. But Eleanor, she's the real deal.
She's not your average exorcist, I'll give you that.
Purity is handy for any exorcist. But more than that, it's a rare and precious temperament for living. Everybody's got an ego and certain internal contradictions to some degree. Facing one's own ugliness in an honest manner is never easy. To be a normal human is to live carrying malevolence. It's just how much you let it control you that varies.
I guess malevolence might just be a fact of life, huh? But Artorias can't accept that.
Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Let's slip through town and head for Titania before that changes.
So this is your secret hideout. Once I get free, he won't stand a chance. You all had better sleep with one eye open.
Look how worried I am.
Welcome back!
That's Kamoana.
She's the same age as Diana. Did the Abbey really turn someone so young into a Therian?
Medissa, please, would you be able to talk to her?
Is this a trick?
Kamoana may be a Therian, but deep down, she's still a normal little girl who misses her mother. I can't do anything to console her, no matter what I try. But if it were you...
You okay? You can call me Medissa, all right? Do I scare you, honey?
A little, but not as much as Velvet and Dial. But don't you think I'm scary? I had a bad dream earlier. My mommy said I looked scary and that she didn't want me anymore.
She would never. Your mother would never think that about her daughter.
But how do you know?
Because I'm a mother too. Mothers always love their children, no matter what. No matter if we die. No matter how the world changes. There's nobody who loves you more in the world than...
It's okay. You don't have to cry.
Feels, man, the feels.
I hope Kamoana and Medissa won't have to feel so lonely anymore.
Yeah, trying to stop the waterworks gets old fast.
Listen, if it's not too personal, was your mother,
She's dead. I lost her when I was even younger than you.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's fine. It just means we've got things in common. So no feeling sad and alone, okay?
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't feel lonely or anything. I swear.
What's gotten into you? You're so strange sometimes.
No, I'm not.
Eleanor, I'll have you watch over Kamoana and Medusa.
Yes, of course. I'd be honored. Thank you.
Are exorcists supposed to be so polite to a grand poobah of calamity or whatever?
Sure, why not? Besides, the Demon Lord ought to not trouble herself over such trivialities.
Velvet, Grimoire's calling for you. She says to bring Laphicet and meet her at the observation tower.
Got it.
We better get going then.
Hey, do you all have mothers?
Where'd that question come from?
Well, after hearing that Velvet, Kamoana, and Eleanor all lost their parents, I just got curious.
My mother was a strict, frightening woman, but she died a long time ago.
I see.
I have no parents either. But the wicked witch who took me in said I was born from a peach that floated down the river.
Coming from you, I'd almost believe that.
And you, Eisen?
We Malachim are formed from untainted mana. Sometimes humans are reborn as Malachim, but they retain no memory of their previous lives. In other words, we don't have blood relations like humans do.
I see. By the time I was aware of anything around me, I was already tethered and being called number 2. I suppose having no mother means I don't have any memories before that. I told Medusa that losing a mother is painful, but I can't know how painful it is.
Go easy on him, Eisen. He's just a kid.
I'm just telling it like it is. But listen to me, Laphicet. You can share deep connections with other people, even if you don't have a biological family. Malachim, too, can form precious bonds. True friendships, even family.
That's right. Your words wouldn't have stopped Medusa if they weren't true in your heart.
You really think so?
I'm sure of it.
It's far better than being a witch born from a peach.
Nonsense! There's no nobler way to be born! I have an everlasting friendship with a dog, a monkey, a pheasant, and Bienfu.
I hope he's right.
You said that Malachim can have familial ties, but what makes you and your sister siblings if you're not related by blood?
Well, a very long time ago, I was born into this world from an Earth Pulse point up on a sacred mountain. I remained in that place for a long while, and then one day, she was born from the very same Earth Pulse point. Before we knew it, we had wound up living together under the same roof.
Are 2 Malachim always siblings if they come from the same Earth Pulse point?
No. The other Malachim were born there, but I never felt like they were my family. But something, I don't know what, was different with her. If she was sad, I'd feel sad. And if I was happy, she'd be happy too. She can be abrasive, but when she smiles, it's like nothing else. I swore to myself that whatever happened, I would protect her. I made a pendant from a stone on that sacred mountain and gave it to her as a lucky charm. Of course, she just wears it as a necklace.
And your pendant? Did she give that to you?
She had the same idea I had. She made the pendant herself and gave it to me as a good luck charm. Without either of us having mentioned a word of it beforehand, we each gave each other pendants in the same shape on the very same day. That's when I really knew that what I had felt all along was true. We were brother and sister.
Is that her in the picture?
Yeah, It's a self-portrait she drew for me on the day I left home.
Did you draw her a picture of yourself?
No, I don't exactly have an artistic side.
Well, I'm sure that if you looked inside her pendant, you'd find a portrait of the person who matters most to her.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it would be nice if it was you.
Ah, there you two are.
Hi, teacher. Have you made progress deciphering the book?
I have indeed. It turns out there was a second counting song. I've already transcribed it. Would you read it aloud for us, child?
Okay. When the 8 malevolences overflow, in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples and restore them to time immemorial. 4 Empyreans shall wield a wrathful sword and cleave the great devourer, 2 asunder to sleep beneath the earth, as scarlet moonlight illuminates the evil. The nameless Empyrean hath one heart. The nameless Empyrean hath one body.
Oh, yet more delightful material to keep us awake at night.
If I'm understanding this right, it's discussing the specific nature of Innominat? That's what I believe, yes. When the 8 malevolences overflow in the culmination of mankind's despair, Innominat will bring an end to all peoples.
So, when the world is at peak malevolence, Innominat will use that power to bring an end to all. Is that it?
He's going to wipe out all of humanity?
Is that what the Abbey is after? Is that why they've been trying to bring back Innominat?
No, Artorias is not that kind of man. His 2 primary ideals are the many over one, and the restoration of order through will and reason. He sacrificed Laufey to protect this world, not to eradicate it.
You mean that's who he is as far as you know, yeah? People change, Velvet. Perhaps the shepherd gave up hope. Maybe he lost faith in mankind. Fools prone to sin, endlessly generating malevolence.
He's not like that. If that's all true, then what point was there in Laufey's death?
Is there anything else in that book?
Yes and no. This copy itself is incomplete. There ought to be further pages, but they're missing. For now, I've done all I can.
There must be an original somewhere, right?
Without it, I doubt the Abbey would be plotting Innominat's revival. We can be sure they have complete understanding of their Empyrean's nature.
But this was the only copy in the royal villa. If the original is out there, who knows where it could be?
It's getting pretty late. Why don't we call it a day?
Yeah, let's get some rest.
Hey, Laufey, Medessa let me sleep in her bed last night. She's warm for a snake lady.
That's great.
She's gonna help me take a bath now. You should come join us too.
What? I couldn't.
It's okay. I don't mind at all.
Hey, Kamoana. Did you know? Dial started to grow a brand new tail.
Wow, really? I want to see.
He's up at the observation tower.
Let's go see! Medessa, you too!
All right. But don't run, or you'll trip.
Thanks, Eleanor. I appreciate it.
Having some girl trouble, my little Malik?
I'm just glad Kamoana and Medissa are starting to feel better.
Yeah, they both still have a long way to go, but it's such a relief to see them smiling.
We've got bigger things to worry about. Hurry up and locate the next Earth Pulse point.
Right, okay.
Must you always be so blunt, Velvet?
I must, in fact. We're up against the Abbey here, and sooner or later they'll find this place.
That's true, but still.
Do we go find another hideout?
No, we'll keep on the offensive. We'll capture the remaining Therians before the Abbey finds us.
As a swordsman, I can respect that mindset.
I'm not so sure we could hold this place anyway.
And we've got no obligation to.
I found another Earth Pulse point. It's in the eastern part of Eastgand, I think.
But that's... All right. We're headed for Eastgand.
Then our first stop should be Port Taliesin.
This island's really something. No way I'd want to go to prison here, but it'd make a great hideout. If I'm gonna be left in charge of this place, I'll turn it into the best hideout ever.
You're in charge?
Someone has to look after this place while you're all running around, maintaining the ships in the base, watching the Prince and Medusa, keeping Kamoana company. I'll keep this place running ship-shape, so that you all can focus on looking for the Therians.
But those are just odd jobs anyone could do. You're a navigator. Isn't that a waste of your talents?
You dolt! These are important tasks! Someone's gotta do it! We've got another navigator, but is there anyone besides me that could handle all of this by themselves? Besides, ever since I lost my tail, my balance has been off. The seasickness is killing me!
That's your story and you're sticking to it? Tell the truth. You don't want to come because you're afraid you'll be hurt again.
No, that's not it at all.
When mankind's despair reaches its pinnacle, Innominat shall reach out and bring an end to all.
So that song bothers you too?
No matter how many times I read it, I don't see any good in it.
Understanding that ancient tongue is difficult, right? Perhaps there's another interpretation? Maybe the end to all actually means an end to all human suffering, for example.
That is a possibility. But we're far too lacking in material to know anything for sure.
We need the other half of that book, or some other text on Innominat.
We don't have the time to search for it. Wouldn't even know where to start looking.
And don't forget that that book is just a copy. Whoever transcribed it might have made an error, too.
That's an unexpectedly sharp insight coming from you.
I'm an expert at errors. When Miss Magilu made me copy magic tomes for her, I did it pretty half-heartedly.
Didn't that cause a lot of problems?
Well, when she tried to cast a spell from one of the tomes, the spell exploded in her face. It's really her own fault, though. She told me to copy 100 books in 3 days! That's impossible!
Oh, how cruel!
Cruel is right! That witch is a real devil, I tell you! A slave driver!
Bien Phu, let's go somewhere a little more private, shall we?
Miss Magilu!
Hush now. There's no need to worry. I'll make it a half-hearted punishment.
Grimoire always looks like she never wants to do any work, but despite all her grumbling, when she starts a job, she gets it done, and quickly, too. She's frank, but she still takes care not to say anything to hurt anyone's feelings. I have to say, I like that in a woman. It's charming.
Well, sorry if I'm inconsiderate and charmless then.
I didn't mean it like that. You're all still so young and have led different lives. Can't fault you for being you.
Well, if you're saying we lack a certain air of maturity, I might not disagree.
That's for sure. It's true Lord Artorius has scolded my lack of composure at times.
Although I do get the impression that Grimoire has been dependable like that since she was young.
And it's a good impression at that. Old Grim's been that way since the day she was born. I hate to admit it, but her combination of insightful words and deadpan expression has charmed the hearts of many a Moloch. At her peak, she had a fan club 8,848 members strong, and her dinner shows would sell out the day the tickets went on sale. Molochim came by the droves to doze off listening to her live readings of ancient books.
Wow! I had no idea she was so popular.
Yeah, she's even a regular feature in Who's Who Among Norman.
Now that I think about it, I could see how a person could interpret her lethargy as patience and her vague dispassion as maturity and poise. Compared to her, I'm just...
Were you just trying to imitate her?
No, I didn't mean to.
Whether you meant to or not, that kind of felt like her just now. I can see it in you, waiting to be awakened, that sophisticated charm.
Me? Sophisticated and charming? I don't know.
Try talking like her. You know how she lets her sentences trail off. This is your make-or-break moment here.
All right. I think I know what you mean. Here goes nothing. Oh... What do you think, Laphicet? Do I sound like her?
It feels a little off, but you're definitely doing it. I think.
Aw, you don't have to grow up, Madame Eleanor. You're cute just the way you are.
You stay out of this, Bienfu!
Not that I really care, but who ended up winning the fishing competition when we were trying to catch a Therian?
Man, that was a while ago. I lost because I came away with nothing.
No, it was a draw. As I'm sure everyone remembers, all I fished up were octopus demons. We were competing over who would catch the Therian. Demons didn't count, so my score was 0-2.
No, the loss is mine, and I'm not giving it to you.
That's not just something you can up and decide like that. In fact, by fishing up those octopus demons, I put everyone in danger. That should count for negative points. I lost.
Who cares? It was all in fun.
I care. Every competition must have a winner and a loser, no matter what. That's just how I see it.
Yeah, I'm with Eisen on this one. It doesn't do anyone any good to make the final results murky.
I can't believe I'm going to do this. Eisen, your curse would mean that the odds were stacked against you from the start. That doesn't make for a fair competition, does it?
Yeah, she's got a good point. We'll just have to settle the score some other way.
What can you guys do? Play cards? Chess? What?
Cards are a no-go for me. I'll just end up drawing jokers.
And I can play shogi, but I don't know chess.
Then what about arm wrestling? Would that work?
Whoa, whoa! Having a demon and a Moloch clasp hands is just asking for trouble with malevolence.
You're both adults, so why not a drinking contest?
That's it! If we have a drinking contest, we'll be able to compete on an even playing field.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I'll have the crew bring out the drinks.
Well, that's one way of resolving it, I suppose.
Whatever gets it done. I'm not gonna complain.
If you guys are gonna have a drinking contest, you're gonna need some tasty snacks to go with all that alcohol, right?
Definitely. Let's go out and fish us some snacks.
Yeah, let's take out the little boat. We can even pick up where we left off our fishing competition.
Didn't we just figure out he can't really fish?
We were just about to finally resolve this mess. Why'd you have to go and stick your nose into it?
What? Why are you yelling at me? I didn't do anything wrong! Bien!